Right now your tires are running at the wrong pressure. Not because you forgot to check them. Because the number you are checking against was never the complete formula. German engineers solved the real tire pressure equation over 20 years ago. The American tire industry saw the research and made a decision: keep it quiet. Here is everything they buried. Before we get into the formula, understand what is actually at stake. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration tracks tire-related crashes annually. Their data shows approximately 11,000 tire-related crashes occur on American roads every single year, resulting in over 600 deaths. NHTSA's own engineering analysis identifies incorrect tire pressure as a contributing factor in a significant percentage of those incidents. This is not a minor maintenance detail. This is a safety calculation that affects every single drive you take. Now let's talk about that number. The number printed on your tire sidewall, typically 35, 44, or 51 psi, is called the maximum cold inflation pressure. Read that word carefully. Maximum. Not recommended. Not optimal. Maximum. It is the highest pressure that tire can safely contain without structural risk. It tells you nothing about what pressure produces the best handling, the best braking, or the safest performance for your specific vehicle. Yet millions of American drivers read that sidewall number and inflate to it exactly, believing they are following manufacturer instructions. They are following the wrong number entirely. The correct number is located in one of two places. Either on a sticker inside your driver's door jamb, or in your owner's manual under tire specifications. That number, typically between 30 and 36 psi for most passenger cars, was calculated specifically for your car's weight, suspension geometry, braking system, and handling characteristics. It is the pressure at which your tire's contact patch achieves its optimal shape and size. This number determines how your car stops, how it handles in an emergency, and how it performs in wet conditions. Here is where German engineering research enters the picture and changes everything. Engineers at Continental Tire's research division in Hanover, Germany, along with independent research supported by the German Automotive Standards Body, identified something the door jamb sticker completely ignores: temperature. Specifically, the relationship between ambient temperature, driving temperature, and the pressure differential that develops between a cold parked tire and a tire driven for 20 minutes on a highway. The physics are straightforward. For every 10 degrees Fahrenheit of temperature change, tire pressure changes by approximately 1 psi. This is the ideal gas law applied to tire inflation, basic thermodynamics understood for over a century. What German research quantified specifically for modern passenger tires is the complete pressure curve across real-world driving conditions and what that curve means for actual vehicle safety. The door jamb sticker specifies cold inflation pressure. Cold means the tire has been stationary for at least 3 hours. That is the baseline. The moment you drive, pressure increases. After 20 minutes of highway driving, tire pressure rises between 4 and 6 psi above the cold inflation figure. Normal, expected, and accounted for in the tire's design. The problem involves temperature extremes American drivers regularly experience. In Phoenix summers where asphalt reaches 150 degrees Fahrenheit, pressure increase during driving is substantially higher than the standard model assumes. In Minneapolis winters where overnight temperatures drop to -10 degrees Fahrenheit, your cold inflation check reads 4 to 5 psi below what the tire reaches at operating temperature. The formula German engineers developed, and that Continental, Michelin's European division, BMW and Mercedes-Benz have incorporated into their recommendations, addresses this directly. It is called the temperature-compensated inflation formula. Take your door jamb cold inflation pressure. For every 10 degrees Fahrenheit below 68 degrees, the standard calibration temperature, add 1 psi to your target. For every 10 degrees above 68 degrees, subtract 0.5 psi. The asymmetry is intentional. Underinflation generates dangerous heat through sidewall flexing. The formula deliberately biases towards slightly higher pressure in hot conditions because real-world safety margins favor the conservative direction. Real numbers make this clear. Your door jamb says 34 psi. Current temperature is 28 degrees Fahrenheit, a typical winter morning in the northern United States. That is 40 degrees below the 68-degree calibration point. The formula adds 4 psi. Your correct target this morning is 38 psi, not 34. If you inflate to 34 psi correctly, by highway operating temperature your tire sits at 38 to 39 psi, exactly where it should be. Here is what German research specifically flagged as dangerous. You check pressure on an unusually warm winter afternoon after the car sat in sunlight. You inflate to 34 psi. Overnight temperatures drop 30 degrees. The next morning you are driving at 31 psi in a tire specified for 34. At highway speed, potentially on icy roads, with a contact patch larger than designed, generating excess heat, reducing steering precision and increasing stopping distance. BMW's tire pressure documentation for European market vehicles already incorporates a seasonal adjustment of plus 2 psi for winter months. Mercedes-Benz service documentation specifically recommends checking pressure when ambient temperature is between 60 and 75 degrees Fahrenheit to avoid measurement errors from temperature extremes. These recommendations exist in European documentation. They are absent from American market manuals for the same vehicles. The reason is not engineering oversight. It is a regulatory and liability calculation. Adding temperature compensation language introduces complexity that legal and marketing departments have consistently decided against. The engineering knowledge exists. The consumer communication of that knowledge has been deliberately simplified to the point of being dangerously incomplete. Here is exactly what to do starting today. First, find your door jamb sticker and write down your manufacturer's recommended cold inflation pressure. This is your baseline. Do not use the sidewall number for inflation under any circumstances. Second, check your tire pressure exclusively when the tires are cold, 3 or more hours after parking, before driving more than 1 mile. This gives you an accurate baseline reading that the temperature compensation formula can be applied to correctly. Third, apply the temperature compensation. If current outdoor temperature is below 58 degrees Fahrenheit, add 1 to 2 psi to your target. If it is above 85 degrees Fahrenheit and you are checking pressure in direct sunlight or after the car has been sitting in heat, recognize that your reading is already elevated and will drop slightly in the morning. Inflate to specification and recheck on a cooler morning. Fourth, and this is the check that most drivers never perform. Look at your tires from 10 feet away after a 20-minute highway drive. A properly inflated tire shows even, consistent wear across the full tread width. A chronically underinflated tire shows accelerated wear on both outer edges with the center relatively preserved. A chronically overinflated tire shows a wear strip down the center with outer edges less worn. Your tires are recording their pressure history in their wear pattern and showing it to you clearly if you know what to look for. Fifth, invest in a quality digital tire gauge. The pencil-style analog gauges sold at checkout counters are accurate to plus or minus 3 psi. A margin of error large enough to defeat the purpose of checking pressure at all. A quality digital gauge accurate to 0.5 psi costs between $12 and $20 and removes the measurement error that makes careful pressure management impossible. The German engineers who developed this research were not trying to complicate a simple maintenance task. They were trying to account for the real-world conditions that a single static number printed on a door sticker cannot address. The physics of gas pressure and temperature do not change because an owner's manual simplified them away. Your tires are operating under those physics on every single drive regardless of whether the door sticker mentions them. The 32 psi video showed you that the number on your sidewall is not your inflation target. This research shows you that even your door jamb number requires intelligent application, not blind compliance, if it is going to deliver the safety performance your vehicle was engineered to provide. You now know something that the majority of American drivers, including most who consider themselves careful and informed, have never been shown. The formula exists. The research is published. The European manufacturers already use it. The only thing that was missing was someone putting it in front of you clearly enough to act on. Check your pressure this week using the temperature compensation formula. Look at your wear pattern. Invest in a proper digital gauge. And the next time someone tells you to just follow the door sticker, you will know exactly why that answer has always been incomplete. If this changed how you think about something as simple as tire pressure, hit like right now, share this with every driver you care about, and subscribe so you never miss what comes next. Drop a comment below and tell me what country you are watching from. I read every single one.